Hello everybody, this is Jack B1024 and welcome to episode 42 of our Dynamic Factory Let's Play series. So in the last episode we started creating a little bit of military science. That was done ad hoc, not with our system. I had to actually manually move the items over here to do it. And the reason behind that is we have two major bottlenecks in our transport system at the moment. The first major bottleneck is we just do not have enough trains to meet all the demands of moving items from one station to another. The second bottleneck is that our one iron ore mine is able to produce enough iron ore to feed our two iron ore furnaces, but it's not enough to actually feed enough iron plates out to meet all our demands. So we're going to actually have to make some more iron ore mine and some more iron furnaces. So, in the meantime, we have started laser turret research, but we need to wait for our military science to actually get over there. And we had about 900, I think I just picked up, which is more than the 800 we require. So we'll have our laser turrets researched very soon. But first, we're going to go and we're going to fix up the trains so that we can support even more than 3 trains. Just because, yeah, we don't have enough trains for all our transportation needs of our resources. So I'm hoping to make another 3 trains. Let's just see. Oh, okay. Steel, I need to go over there to get. Like, so if we need 3 trains, that's 6 of these. That's 120. So we're going to need some more engines. Circuits. Probably do with another 200 stack of circuits. How are we for this? Plates and steel. Plates and steel. Okay. Both of those I'll just pick up from their respective stations. So we just need... well, that's like 180, so that'll be way more than the 120 we need. Now we're going to have to figure out how to actually lay out our stations. The current layout we have here works fine for 3 trains with more... Actually, would it be 4? 1, 2, 3... It could work with 4 trains, but it will not work with the 6 that we want. So I want to make a new design, one that I could easily expand onto if we get more trains that we need, and one that can support the 6 trains that we're going to want to have running on that line. So we're going to go do that once we get our iron and our steel, which I'm just going over the furnaces now to go and pick up. Now I can see we're starting to get our laser turret research, so that's always good. It'll be nice when we can expand a fair bit and get rid of a bunch of biters that are in our way. 6 of them. Okay, I just need iron plates for both of those now. It'll be nice to be able to claim some more land, get some more resources. It'll be especially useful given our iron mines are getting used up fairly quickly, and our coal mine, we've got the new one up and running. It's got 2.5 million, but even it is not going to last forever. Okay, so we need 6 fluid wagons, and we need... 6 of these for each, so that's 18 in total. Which would be that many. Okay, so while all that constructs now, you may notice that our furnaces have a slight issue. You can notice coal on this outside track where there should only be iron ore. That's from when our trains go and pick up the coal. They can occasionally get coal going into one of the first... There's our hour mark, so actually... Looks like... No, we didn't even end up making... Oh no, actually we ran out of gun turrets up this end. But we have another 134 military science. So we're not going to be making any more military science for another hour, because the recipe is going to be this one now. Which, I mean, I can manually make, but I won't be doing that. So what was I saying? What was I saying? Well, we're going to have to create a new layout for our trains. That's what we're coming over here to do. Long coal, no we're not. Okay, you can see from here that we have 4 more destination spots that we're still waiting to fill. And these are ones that we can fill, because I think we actually have, yeah, we have 6, that would be 11. 11 actual destination spots, but 4 of them can currently be filled. So we could actually have 4 more trains here waiting right now, and they'd all be given an order of where to go. Now we're limited on 2 things. We're limited on, you know, how many trains actually fit in our waiting bay. We're also limited on how many rows of these memory cells we have, because these ones store, none of them appear to be storing what they need to. So their trains, yeah, they're all at their destinations at the moment. They store what the final destination is of a train that's going to a source location. So that's what they are used for. So we can't have more trains running to their source locations than we have memory cells there, which is 6. So that's our current limit for that. So here's our layout, and here's how I want to change this layout slightly. What I think we'll do is, instead of trains coming up this way and going off to the east here and up into this circuity thing here, we'll actually probably have them head off slightly earlier, heading north. So they'll head up this way here. Because I don't want it to be in line with here, but I want it to be kind of next to it. So maybe here. I don't think here is in the way of any of our big electric poles. So I have the line coming up here, something like that. And we want it to come up to somewhere up here. Then from here, it'll head off to the east. And from here, we can have waiting bays all parallel from north to south here. So the trains can wait here. And what they'll do is, when they can leave a waiting bay because the next block is free, they can leave it, come down and line up ready to wait over here. So these trains will leave and they'll cross across and they'll go off. That's how I plan to have this all work. Will it work? Well, I certainly hope it does. So we actually need to connect into here, and we've got this coal line here, which is now actually kind of in the way. Now, I don't know if all our trains are still getting supplied enough coal for their journeys. They were before, but before we weren't having so much demand for resources to be moved to new locations. So trains actually did spend some time in the station. But since recently, when we've actually had trains just constantly going out, I don't know if they spend enough time waiting to actually reload them with the amount of coal that they use going to where their destination is. So we'll move this line signal here. And we can move this to there. And I might actually just build this piece of the track. And this is probably going to confuse the trains, because we're going to have a lot of crossing paths. See, this signal doesn't know how to deal with it all now. I could always turn the trains off for the moment, but I want them to be able to still run. So what I'll do is I'll actually put a signal here. That should make that one no longer be confused. And we can keep on running this up. I have another signal here. And I think that should be fine. I see a lot of trees and I want to get rid of them. Now, they're not all in the construction area. Do I have? I do not. Okay, so I've run over here. I'll get another roboport. Actually, instead of doing that, let's just blueprint one. I can go, what, like here and there. That should do. Okay, so we'll keep running these lines up here. Now I need to figure out how long I need the waiting bay to be to support waiting one train. If I start, say, the first bay here, we need a way for trains on the further down bays to be able to join up. So we curve that one up. So there's where our first 2 bays can be. 1 bay here, 1 bay here. Future bays would need... Can we put a bay... What is that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can I put a bay here and connect it in somehow? I don't think I can. I think that's going to be a little bit too close. Maybe if I run this. So that's probably the closest we're going to be able to put the 3rd bay. And hopefully from there, 1, 2, 3 here. Hopefully from here we can, connect straight in. So maybe I will actually have, and that actually lines up almost perfectly with the Roboport. I couldn't have done better if I had planned it. So there's our first 4 bays, and we just need another 2, so 1, 2, 3. Hook that one in. 1, 2, 3. Hook that one in. So there's our 6 bays. Now we just need to figure out what length these bays need to be, and I don't have enough train track on me at the moment to do that. I'm going to need to figure out how to feed into these 6 bays. That shouldn't be too difficult. So yeah, our turrets are almost done, which is good. Where is my car actually? It's probably... oh, it's over there. And I'm just going over here, so I'll just run it. There's our labs busy working away. Let's just get... oh, fine if I can only pick up that much. I'll drop some of this stone into these, just because I don't need the stone on me. I wonder why I actually had that much stone. Because we don't have a mine for our stone yet, so that must have been just from transport belts that I've been picking up when we've done some remodeling down there. Okay, this one looks like it's going to be actually in the way. Let's just start building this here. And we'll have a look at how far our trains can go. So our trains will have 2 locomotives, 2 fluid wagons, so far 2 cargo wagons, so we're actually going to need to get rid of more trees. Do I need another Roboport area? If I line it up with this one, put it about here maybe. That should do. If only I still had some of my grenades on me, I could just grenade these trees and get rid of them quicker. Okay, so that should be long enough. Put another 2 on. Okay, it's probably means that it needs to go to about, say, here. That's the earliest we could have our next row. And that's where we need to feed into. Which means we're actually going to be going over this iron mine. It's 500,000, which is an okay size, but yeah, I don't think we're going to be using that. We'll just go and build over it, and in the future I might find a way to actually use it, though I'm not sure how I would. So I'll go into map mode just so that I can do this all nice and easily. So a line there, a line there, a line there. Yep. a line there, one here, and I reckon this one's going to go, yep, straight where that pole is. Is this pole though in an okay spot? It might be. Just this one here is in a bad spot, and that might be the maximum length. So what I'll do is I'll put this pole here, and I'll put another pole here. That way I know that they can reach. So we'll just create a second line. We don't want to get rid of this line until we know that our signals can still travel from the mines all the way down to where they need to go. So now that both of these lines are connected, we can get rid of that one, and we can keep laying our track. So there we go, it's got to go to about there. So these are our outlines. So these are the waiting bays, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is where our trains will come from. So our trains need to come up here, probably make a curve that goes to the east, then south, and then it'll come across west and connect into each of these waiting bays. So if I was to go from you, what's the soonest I could go west? Here. So this will be our connecting west track. So we'll just connect it this way. That way. That way. Where's the next one? Here it is. That way. That way. And this one might actually be a bit high up where it's starting. Yeah, it is. That way. Actually, no, this is in the wrong spot. This is our... this is not one of our waiting bays. This is the one that's going to go and connect to this side. So we bring this back to the west facing direction. So if we do a loop sort of thing, we can get it to that spot. But if I wanted to go more straight, it would have to be about here. Which I'll accept that. And then go down. I don't think that's the sharpest curve we can make there. But it's fine, it'll do. So our trains will come up here. Is there another direction that they could be coming in from? Do we have any trains that... Does it make sense for a train from the mine to ever go into a waiting bay? It does not. So I don't think we need to worry about that, though. At the moment they can't anyway, because they have to go down this line. So the only trains really that can go in are the ones that come up here. So they'll come up this line instead. They'll go up here, come across, go into one of these waiting bays, and then they can wait in the waiting bay until they're able to go here and actually line up. So, what are we going to put in our waiting bays? We've got to think about signaling now. I kind of want a combo signal here, I think. Down one more. Okay, so that's our load back in. So I think I'm okay with trains waiting here. A train's allowed to wait here until it's able to get past. But this needs to be a different section. So here and here. That makes this block its own section, but it means trains won't pass by the top unless they can get also past here, and this will take them to the actual station itself. So I want an actual signal probably here. Yeah. And I want another combo signal here. So So a train's allowed to leave this place if it can go past this signal, this signal, this signal, and this signal, and actually arrive at the station. Now, do I want to give these ones combo signals, or do I want to give them normal signals? Well, we can give them normal signals. Not there, though. I want these to be kind of on the corner. I think is actually a good spot for them. So trains will be allowed to wait here. Only one train can go into this section, but it can't go past this signal until... Oh, I missed a spot. I need one there. It can't go past this signal until it's able to go all the way into the station. Now a train can go... Don't want this to be a normal, I would want this to be a combo, because I only want trains going past this one if they can also go past. We'll just put a signal on the other side, and we'll actually put our waiting signal... Trains are slightly long, maybe here. So if a train can fit in there, then it's allowed through. Now we also are going to need a combo signal up here. I think that's one spot too far, but that's okay. So a train's allowed to... Is this a combo or is this a normal? Make this one a combo. So a train can go past here, and we'll put normal signals on each of these spots. They don't need to be right at the end. I might actually just put them all kind of at this bend in the track. There we go. Okay, so they're allowed to go past that combo signal as long as there's at least one of these open, and these will be open as long as there's no train in this waiting bay here. So we actually don't need this signal here. Then a train can go down to here. From here they're allowed to go forward to this waiting signal, where they wait until they can actually get into the station that lets them go to where they have to go. Let's make sure I'm not on the train track. We still need... Actually, I want to also get a radar dish. Put it there, just so I can see this whole area. So we need to wait till this part of the track is built before we can actually... Yeah, that's the only part we're waiting for, is that one part of the track. Once that's built, we can actually remove this line here. We can remove this whole... Is it? Yeah, remove this line here, remove this whole bendy part that we used to have, and our trains can now wait in our new waiting bays up here. Now there could be an advantage to actually having these signals be here. Let me think if I want them to be combo. Yes, if I had combo signals here. So if I had combo signal here, like there, this signal wasn't here, and this was a combo. The trains would have to wait at this combo signal until, and we have these just in a line, so we have one here, one here, one here. It's not exactly aligned in this spot, but why can't I even put that there? That's a bit weird. I thought you actually had to put them in a valid location. So doing something like that, I'm not going to do that right now, but if we did something like that, we could then have our coal refueling line go across here, and every train that's waiting in this waiting bay would get refueled while it's waiting here. At the moment, it'll only get refueled when it's actually at this part, waiting to go off to a new station. So that could be an advantage of having combo signals there. And we'd need definitely to have these be normal signals then, so that a train would actually go into this block and wait at the next combo signal for it to be able to go to the station. Now, how's this going? Have you... No, I thought you would have been the one with the last piece, but I bet you're the one with the last piece. Because, yeah, that's only one piece missing there. With only one piece missing, I think I'm fine with getting this all set up and starting it off. So what we'll do is we'll get this train, we will mark it as the dynamic line, which means it gets all of those stops automatically. Fill it up with some coal. Check, yeah, 2 fluid. That is not enough cargo wagons, that's only 4. That's fortunate that I made this a lot longer than I thought I had to. So, otherwise, we would have had to go and rip up the whole top area and reset it up. So you can now go to the waiting bay. We should see it go to here. It'll have to wait. Well, it won't have to wait here because it can go straight through. But that's registered all that. And it can now go off to wherever the first request is. Because there's still 4 more requests waiting for trains. So let's set up our next train. And 6 cargo. Okay, so this is our next train set up. I'll fuel it up. I do not have much fuel. I'm not going to send a train off with only, 12 coal in it, because while it might make 1 or 2 trips, I'm not certain how many it will make before it will run out of fuel. And having a train without any fuel on this network is probably one of the worst things we could have, because there's no overtaking lanes anywhere. So it would basically block off that whole section of the network. Now that's completely built. So once this train leaves, I will be getting rid of this section of track. Which is all I should need to actually really get rid of to stop trains from using this area. So now all the trains... I do not want to take up the Roboport. All the trains should now be using our new waiting bay. So how many more do I need to make? I think I needed to make 3. So if we fuel up this one, set it to be on that line and turn it on. I'll give this one fuel just while I'm here. That might be enough fuel. Okay, I still have a few extra wagons, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2. Give you the schedule, turn you on, and there we go. We now have twice as many trains using our dynamic line. Means that's finally a train going to pick up the turrets that I had to manually pick up. Now, why haven't we got... Okay, we must not have had enough military science. I thought I had 800. Looks like I had 790 or something. Quite close. But the good news is we still have some more military science waiting for us down at the station. So we'll go pick that up and drop it off. Don't have any more on me, no. That was close. I didn't think I was going to stop in time for that one. We do need to kind of make a safe crossing area so that I can actually drive around here without fear of being hit by a train. But we don't need that just yet, so we can delay on making that for the moment. So there we go, we got another 134 military science. And as I said, we can't actually make any more military science for another... It'd be less than an hour now. How long have I been recording? Oh, this is like a whole episode of just this. But it's been a productive episode. We've got twice as many trains now on our network. And I think it's useful to see how... to think about how we'll lay out the train stations and how we can actually get our waiting bays to work. I probably put way too much science in some of these. I mean, it's not super important that you share them out. But yeah, let's... let me think. So with the fact that we've already almost got our laser turrets, next episode I will definitely want to be taking out these new... these nests down here. Definitely this one. Probably this one. I also want to actually take out this nest here. You'll see that the pollution gets very close. This is probably 2 tiles away. This one and then the one next to it would have to fill up. Now I think this all depends on if the coal mine's in use. So we've got miners running at the moment, so this is actually producing pollution, which is why it's so close. When they're off, we get about 1 more square of buffer. But there, I even saw it just light up for a frame just then. So yeah, this pollution's very close to this nest, and we have literally no defenses up around our base. So if we actually trigger a biter attack, they're going to have fun eating away at our system until I can actually get there. And I don't want to think about what could happen to these circuit networks if, a few critical components got destroyed. How that would invalidate the data in our memory cells. So we're going to have to definitely get rid of this nest here. Now I also kind of want to get rid of this nest to get access to this iron ore mine. But we do have this iron ore mine up here. There's lots of forest to eat up pollution, but we might want to get rid of, these few nests here for that. But that's all stuff that will be a lot easier once our laser turret research is done, which all our labs are coming online, and there we go. Done. What does it actually cost to build these? Steel plates, batteries, and electronic circuits. All things we can make. That's nice and easy. If I wanted better damage, that's 200. We don't have 200. That's also 200, which we also don't have. Okay, well, that's the end of this episode. This is JackB1024 signing off. I'll see you tomorrow.